What's going on? Gio from Rebalancing Health. What are we gonna make? We're gonna make some tallow. So I got a big bag of fat, and what I'm gonna do is, for the first process, what I like to do is grab the fat and chop it down into cubes. So I chop down all my fat and I'm gonna put it into the freezer for about 24 hours, and then we're gonna go into the next process, grinding it down. We chopped it into small pieces, we frozen it, and now we're just gonna break it down even forward. We're just gonna put it inside of a food processor. Make sure that you got a nice blade. That is a nice sharp blade on the food processor. And then from here, just to fill it up with the fat, and then just turn it on and blend it. What this one will do is just break it down into smaller pieces so that when we put it in the slow cooker, it's gonna melt down more homogeneously. And just keep it going until you're done with the quantitative of beef fat, or in this case, Buffalow Italian water buffalo fat. Okay, so the last part is basically placing all the fat inside of the slow cooker. I had quite a bit. They probably were about 2.5 kilos. So now all the fats is in. I put a cup of water inside with the fat, so that helps the fat not to stick and burn. Low temperature for 24 hours. Okay, so I turned off the slow cooker a few hours ago now, probably 11 a.m. It's 2:25 now. I added a little bit more water last night before I went to bed, and also this morning before I went to the market. It's not cold, but it's warm, so it's safe for me to transfer it, to strain it, and to avoid that I burn myself. Okay, so as I said, the process is going to be pretty straightforward. I got a little strainer over here. I'm going to use a smaller pot to help me collect all the fat and the fat bits. So I'm still here, keep going. So by the way, why consuming tallow? Why using tallow for cooking? Actually, I use it for a few things, not only for consumption or for cooking. I make my own magnesium cream, and I use tallow. Tallow is rich in vitamin D, which is great for bones, skin, teeth, and also vitamin A, which is very important for skin. And because it is 50% saturated fat, it is also more bioavailable. However, it can be absorbed much better. For cooking wise, I don't use it for frying, like deep frying. For deep frying, I use lard, which is pork fat, which doesn't have as much of a taste. Okay, so I strained the old tallow. I got it here in the pot. I noticed there is quite a bit of water residue. I put it on some jars, and then I realized that there was quite a bit of water still left. So what I'm gonna do, this is a troubleshoot. I'm gonna put the pot in the fridge like it is, cover just with the lid. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna break it. I'm gonna cut it into so make sure to scrap the liquid that remain attached to the tallow if you end up doing like this, or end up having a lot of water in your tallow. Okay, so I'm just gonna melt down the tallow. So it's nice and warm now. Melt it down very low temperature so that you're not gonna burn it. Transfer it into the jar that you have, and just let it cool down at room temperature until the jar are nice and cool, and then you can transfer it into the fridge. Tallow, transfer it, and I will show you what it looks like when it's all nice and set.